Hi everyone, this is Shannon from the Macedon Public Library, and I am here today with an instructional video to hopefully teach you how to make a origami jumping frog. So I've actually pre-recorded an instructional video, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we will walk through the steps together. Okay, so you're going to need a piece of paper that is 15 centimeters by 15 centimeters. And I just used regular printing paper. If you do have origami paper, you can use that. So I just have some printer paper. Let's try again. There we are. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so we have our paper, and the first fold that we're going to do is we're going to fold it in half. All right, and then our next fold, we're going to be setting up for our fold after this. We're going to be taking all of our corners and we're going to be folding them to the other side. And then you want to make sure your folds are nice and crisp so that our next fold will be a little bit easier. I'm going to open that back up, and then I'm going to do the same thing to the opposite corner. Bring that right down and make it flush with the other side. And then when I open this one back up, you should be able to see an X with our folds. You can open that back up and you can see the X forming. And we're going to do the same thing to the bottom two corners. So a lot of these folds, we do them to both sides of our paper. You'll find them repeating a lot. There's my first one. I'm going to open that back up and do the other side, and then we will have two sets of X's. All right, I'll open that back up. All right, and then on the sides of your X, you can kind of see the triangles. So we're actually going to poke the sides towards the middle. This one can be a little bit tricky. So I'm going to poke the sides towards the middle, and then that top triangle flap, I'm actually going to press it down on top. And then once it's folded down, it should make a triangle. So that's what it should look like. You can see the edges are poked in. And then we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Again, we're going to poke the sides in. I was having a little bit of trouble with this one. You can see that the sides are poked in, and then you just try to have to get the top flap to cooperate and come down. There it goes. And then press that down. And now you should have a diamond. Okay, so now we're going to take each flap of our triangles and we're going to bring them up to the top point of that triangle. So we're going to repeat this for all four of our tabs. You can see that is just flipped up. I'm going to take the other side of the bottom of the triangle and flip it up to the top point. And then now you'll have a small diamond. And so this one, I hope you can see it okay, but I'm taking that, what's now the top point of that triangle, and I'm folding it in half. And this is actually making the leg portion. So I'm taking it and I'm making it flush with the other side. And it kind of pokes out at the top. So I kind of unfold it so that you can see how it looks, but you're basically folding it in half. And you want that side to be flush and the top point is going to hang off the side of it. We're doing that for the same. All right, and then there's 2 feet. And then we're going to flip it around and do the exact same 2 steps for the other triangle. We're going to fold that up to the top point. And then now we're going to take those 2 top points and fold them out. There's our 3rd leg and our 4th leg. All right, so now we're going to flip over our frog. And at the bottom, you can see the bottom point of that diamond. We're going to fold that up. And you'll notice that it can only fold up so far, so you'll just go until you can't fold it up anymore. And then make a crease. And then I'm going to take the outside points and I'm going to fold them towards the center. So I'm bringing the point to the center. And it should form a straight line that you can press down. I'm going to take the other point as well. And fold that towards the center. And then make another crease. All right, you can see there's a point in the middle where the paper meets right in the middle of those triangles. We're actually going to fold our frog in half. So that's a good guiding point to help you know where to fold in half. And so there we go. So I just folded that right in half and I'm going to flip it. So there's the top of my frog. And then what I'm holding on my fingers is the bottom legs of my frog. And so now we need to fold the legs back. So I'm folding it away from me in half. And this is going to make the legs point in the right direction. And so that's what it should look like by the end. And that is our little frog. So that one's a little bit hard to fold just because there's so many layers of paper. But once you press that down, that is the last fold of your frog. That's what it should look like at the end. And there goes our little frog, it jumps. I made quite a few of these and they actually work pretty well. I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing my screen real quick. Do you guys have any questions before I get rid of my video? You want me to go back at all? It looks good? All right, let me stop sharing my screen. That's it then. So that's our little jumping frog. They're super fun and they're pretty easy to make once you get the hang of it. All right, so we'll see you again soon.